Hello, dodgy human behaviors. That's what we're looking at today. I was going to do a tier list online, but I thought a more sort of fluid matrix is better for the complexities of human dodginess. What I've done is I've chosen a dodgy human act and made a little card of it, and we're going to stick the card where it lines up on this matrix. Now, there aren't things like murder on this or human trafficking, nothing crazy serious. Some of them are pretty bad, but nothing overtly, like that. I assume as you see it unfold, you'll sort of work out where I'm going with this. We'll look at the matrix here. So on this axis here, we've got how annoying the behavior is to society, and then on this axis here, we've got how dangerous it is, how likely it is to harm people. This behavior sort of thing, and what the level of harm will be. So something right here, cool and mostly harmless, that might be like, playing too many video games or something. Not to say that's where that's going to land, but and then you've got something that's super annoying but doesn't really do any harm. So that'll be sitting around here. That'll be sitting around here rather, and then you might get something that's catastrophic but doesn't really cause any notice from anyone else. So we're going to apply all these different cards to the matrix. And my wife's going to join me here too for a different set of perspectives, because some things might annoy boys more than they annoy girls, or just different people in different ways. So have you seen most of the cards?
Not most.
She helped me cut them up, but you're probably just kind of mindlessly cutting at that point. So some of them may be surprising and some of them may get some interesting reactions. We'll see. Alrighty, so we're going to start. This is a pretty good one to start off with, and this sort of shows the scale of what we're looking at. So the first one is spitting.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's nothing is more telling than when you're walking behind someone like in public and you just hear them hock up and spit. There are people that do that, and then there are people that aren't awful. There's two kinds of people in the world. There is never anyone who spat in public that I haven't been immediately repulsed by. So where would you place spitting, my dear?
Well, obviously annoying as fuck.
So it is annoying as fuck, yeah. But in terms of the risk, I'm probably going to put it as, I don't think it's mostly harmless.
It's a bit risky.
I think it's a bit risky.
No one wants to get sick.
Yeah, and it's gross, and spit is pretty loaded with.
No, that would make it cool.
Oh yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool. So we're going to put it up here. So this is a good scale. These pins are a bit hard to get into the board, but it kind of work. There we go. So that's a good example of where that sits. So spitting,
It's so gross.
Isn't it gross? It's tobacco spitting as well, which is so much worse, but I'm not sure if anyone does that anymore. But I'm talking when someone just spits, it's such a statement, and I hate it so much, and you should definitely uppercut yourself if you do that. Next one, a bit naughty here, speeding on public roads.
What do you think?
Well, it's a bit risky, but also kind of live and let live. It's definitely not cool. Speeding isn't cool. I don't think so anyway. I think 16-year-olds think it's cool, but I think it's a bit sort of whatever. So I'm inclined to put it about there. What do you think?
Well, I actually think it's quite dangerous.
Quite, yeah.
Depends on how fast you're going.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not just a risk to yourself, it's to others, which makes you a real dick.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe that even puts it up this social annoyance scale as well. Okay, we'll have a bit of a compromise. We're going to put it just between causing a bit of long-term bother and
being up slightly, so it's between a bit sad.
Yeah, it is a bit sad especially once you're a grown-up and you still haven't learned how to drive your car to the limits. I think that's probably a bit sad. So cool, speeding will pop there. All right, here's a good one: snooping. So this is a little picture of a man snooping through his wife's phone or something like that. What do you think about snooping through?
I think it's mostly harmless until it's not.
Isn't that what they say about snooping? You must never do it until you find something, until you should have found something. So I always think, the thing I often say is that I could just give her my phone and she'd see everything. That's the best way to be. If you're in a relationship where you're constantly snooping through your partner's phone, probably get out of that relationship. Things aren't going well. In terms of the scale of how it's probably mostly harmless, but it's definitely not cool. So I'd say it's a bit sad, isn't it? A bit sad.
It is sad if you feel you have to.
Yeah, it's a bit sad, mostly harmless if you're a snooper. You think? Yeah? All right, so we can go there. These are definitely going to be layering up on each other, but it needs to fit in the frame. All righty, here's a good one. This is just, I have a perfect idea of where this one will fit. Microwaving tuna at work. So using the communal microwave to cook tuna. That's like a nuclear level annoying.
But it's not. But it's harmless.
It's harmless, exactly. So that's why this chart is so good. It's why you can't...
I totally do it.
Yeah.
I love tuna mornay.
It's a terrible thing to do. It's like, it's annoying as fuck to everyone, but it doesn't actually do anyone harm. It just makes the smell. So,
we've got to get out of this stench.
Smell bad. So, here we go. So it's a perfect example of one that's really high at one end of the scale, but not really, you know, all-consuming.
That picture looks so gross.
Doesn't it just? And that's how everyone... That looks how it smells. You can smell that picture. Gossiping.
Mostly harmless. Live and let live.
Okay, yeah, cool. It's not really... Yeah, I also don't think... As long as the person doesn't know... As I always say, I don't care what people say about me, just don't say it to my face. So I say live and let live, mostly harmless. Bit of gossip, doesn't hurt anyone. Bit of fun sometimes as well. I don't know. Pretty good. Alrighty. The picture may speak for itself, but this is when people play their music on their phone speaker in public.
That goes with the tuna.
Yeah, I think these people should just be killed. Death by firing squad. When you have like your phone on a bus and you're just playing music. Or
like doing a conversation on speaker.
Why do people do that?
It's like, it's fine if you have to hear one half of the conversation, but putting it on speaker is the worst.
No, drive your car off a cliff if you do that. So we're going to put that, it's as annoying. It's actually probably a little bit more annoying, but it is mostly harmless. But it's, annoying. It's even more annoying. You know, we're going to have things up here by the end. But yeah, it's probably even more annoying than microwaving tuna at work, but it is, again, technically harmless. All right. Drink driving.
I'm just waiting for a mate.
Is that why your car's all smashed up and you're up on the grass at the moment, or what?
Yeah.
So DUI, as you call it in America, driving when you're out of control. Your body can't do the alcohol properly and you're driving like a wanker and, you know, you're like going to kill someone. I would say that's quite dangerous and it is definitely a bit sad.
Yeah.
Because it isn't hard. This isn't a surprise anymore. It's not the 70s anymore. I think we are all used to it. So don't do that. You are dumb if you do that, and you probably deserve everything it's getting. Okay, here's just a pretty basic one that everyone does, or most people do. Getting drunk.
You want to get drunk?
You want to get drunk.
Fucking drunk.
So getting drunk. You know what? I think it's a bit risky.
It is more,
like drunk. I don't mean just like a bit pissed. I mean drunk. Like drunk is drunk, where you're like, you know, you see people falling asleep in the road and shit.
Not just tipsy.
Yeah, I'd say it's a bit risky because you're very reliant on the people around you. But I would still say live and let live. It doesn't, you know, it's amusing to most people. It's probably a bit risky to yourself.
That being said, we were walking through, we don't go out much, walking through town not that long ago, and there's, you know, people literally like falling asleep in the middle of the road. It's
a bit risky.
I think it's a bit sad. More so than live and let live.
But getting,
depends on like, but if you're just getting tipsy with friends, then that's...
I'm going to put it about here. I'm going to put it about here.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of...
in between.
Yeah, straddling those lines. That's why there are no lines here. It's why it is an open field. Also because I'm lazy and I didn't really have the proper means to make a big chart. Oh, these pins are the worst. All right. Kinky sex. So doing weird sexual things. And this is obviously the non-criminal stuff. I'm not talking about bumming a cat or something like that.
Keep your eyes peeled, boys. Somebody's gonna make love to this chicken any minute.
This, I think, is the definition of, it's cool, it's mostly harmless.
Yeah.
You be you do what you got to do. We should all stay out of each other's bedrooms. As long as everyone's happy to be there, you go your hardest. There we go. But it is a bit dodgy because, I guess, it's a dodgy behavior because it'd be embarrassing if someone saw you do it, or it should be embarrassing if someone saw you doing it and you didn't intend on that, as most of these things should be. Okay, abusing prescription drugs. Bit of a serious one.
Quite
probably
dangerous.
I'd say almost catastrophic.
Oxycontin, big pharma, you know, it's the biggest reason why a lot of people are addicted to these opiates, you know.
The Sackler family is one of the richest families in America. The source of that wealth was for many years OxyContin, the addictive painkiller considered one of the initial sparks for the nation's opioid crisis.
Yeah, true.
I would say
it's very sad.
It is a bit sad and it's very catastrophic.
A crisis that has already left more than 450,000 Americans dead.
If you're having too many of the medicines you used to need for your back and you're still on them and you haven't done anything about it, it's been years, be careful because one day you might just not wake up. Bad and sad. Catastrophic. Yeah. Sports betting.
You don't need to know everything about every sport.
Good, because I don't.
Oh,
Ugh.
annoying as fuck and catastrophic.
10 million people in the US alone struggle with gambling in some way, a good portion of which are under the age of 25.
You reckon? I wouldn't say it's catastrophic.
Maybe it's long-term bother.
Yeah, it's a long-term bother, sports betting. Guys are just the worst on this at the moment. Guys about my age, oh, yeah, they're all on their phones doing sports betting all the fucking time. It's just very, sneakily, infiltrated all of our lives. It is super annoying. I don't think it's annoying, all
the ads.
Yeah, the
There's
ads
so
are annoying.
many ads.
The ads are annoying, but I think people doing it doesn't really... I just think it's a bit sad, and it's also causing a bit of a long-term bother. That's where I put sports betting. As a man, this is like one of the worst things I think currently facing men about our age. It's like it's just kind of taken off like crazy without anyone really realizing it. I don't know. This is probably a bit too much of a crime. I probably shouldn't have this one in here, but it's definitely going on a lot at the moment. It's been in the news a lot. Scamming old people. And I'm going to say old people because it's mostly old people that are getting scammed on romance scams, on Bitcoin scams, investment scams, all those sorts of things. If you do this, you should definitely punch yourself in the face, but you might also be, a victim of some sort of criminal gang as well. It's all very, very... There's a few great videos about how this is going on at the moment. Scamming old people. Where do you think, love?
I think it's annoying, and I think it's a long-term bother.
So it is annoying. It's so annoying. It's like...
Everybody knows someone.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's, not quite as annoying as playing music on loudspeaker in public. That's the worst. But, yeah, it's causing a lot of long-term bother, and it is, one of the more annoying crimes that's happening at the moment, in our opinion. Alrighty, smoking cigars. Look at that cool guy smoking cigars.
I mean, most people, maybe it's just because we don't go out, but I don't even remember the last time I could smell someone smoking a cigar.
I think they're sort of on their way out.
But I think it's a bit sad.
It's definitely a bit sad.
But I think it's probably mostly harmless too.
Yeah. It's probably, because it's less risky than cigarettes, because people aren't smoking 80 cigars a day. I would say it's sad. Bit sad, a little bit risky because it's still carcinogen and whatnot. I think it's like some people would just think live and let live. I hate this man cigar culture bullshit.
It's still happening.
Oh, it's all like pretend you're a Viking, smoke a cigar, wear a fucking Kangol hat, get fucked. Nah, not for me. All right, being a public pest. This is like I'm thinking. People going up to people in the street, people doing annoying shit in McDonald's drive-thrus.
I had this happen at the doctor's surgery.
Oh, do tell.
So I was sitting waiting to take our daughter in for a blood test, and this old guy came up to us and was like, I want to show the girls something funny. And I was like, no.
Get fucked.
So I was like, no, thank you. Like, they're nervous about their blood test. Leave us alone. He just would not take no for answers. How about I show mum first? And I was just like...
Oh my God. You didn't tell me about this. I hate this so much.
He insisted that I get up and follow him to a different part of the weight room.
Oh, you went to a second location.
So he could just show me that in the reflection of one of the mirrors in the doctor's surgery, you could see a picture of someone winking.
Oh, I hate it so much.
And I was I was so rude.
Oh, I would have been incredible.
But I was just like,
I would have
why
died.
are you bothering me about this?
It's like my blood test is going to show so many adrenaline hormones right now.
Rage.
So then I had to go into conversation with the girls that were with me after that, being like, you'd never have to do what, because he was so insistent that I found myself going, okay.
Yeah,
and I was just like, girls, don't ever feel like you have to get up.
Yeah,
just
that's how they get you.
Tell people to go away. But I had told him to go away and no thank you. He was just so insistent. You could tell I was annoyed.
Yeah, and it preys on people being too polite because we're conditioned to be polite. To say, nah, get fucked, idiot. I
kind of said to him, I was like, okay, do I now have to get up just to move this along? Will you not just leave us alone?
Go away. I would have pretended I didn't speak English or something.
It was the worst.
Oh, that's so, well,
that is that person. And that was annoying as fuck.
But it's a bit risky too. Someone's going to punch you in the face one day. The thing is, people like that choose women who aren't going to punch them in the face. Oh my God, I hate that. I didn't know that happened. Oh, I hate that so much.
The worst.
Oh.
And I had two 12-year-old girls with me.
Oh.
I'm like, we're all just getting ready for blood tests here. Let's just
go away.
Just leave us alone.
And
I literally said,
no one's ever told that guy that you're not funny or cool.
I was literally like, can you not just leave us alone?
Fuck that guy. Oh my God, that is so annoying.
It was so annoying.
That is because I'm thinking more like people, driving through the Macca's drive-through for TikTok videos doing annoying stuff like that. But that's still it's still the same. That's an insular version of that. That sucks. Oh, I hate that so much. Okay, strip clubs. Going to strip clubs. They're just a pretty token one. Like it's
mostly harmless, live and let live.
Yeah, pretty much. I just put it in there because it's a bit naughty. It's one of those things. A bit embarrassing, I suppose. It's not cool though. Strip clubs are a bit sad. Proper strip clubs with like the regulars. No good. So, a bit below cigars and stay there. Strip clubs. Alrighty, show off driving. So this is like there's a few driving ones in here, but this is like when you drive up next to someone, rev your engine, look at them, have a little car thing going on with another car. Maybe just like chuck a mania down your nightclub strip with the music playing really loudly. Just kind of like people going, hey, look at me, and then not doing anything with that attention.
That's surely a bit risky and a bit sad.
Yeah, it's a bit sad, a bit risky.
Everybody's checking us out.
Yeah, they think we're pretty cool.
I mean, it probably is more harmless because this isn't like doing anything dangerous. This is just like, look at me, I'm in a car, and people are just going, cool, you are, now what?
It is the same people that are smoking cigars.
It is, yeah. Exactly. So it's mostly harmless. It's a bit sad. So so it's a double play there with show off driving. You know what? 100% of guys that smoke cigars probably do show off driving and have like a loud exhaust on their car and like love their bass system, all that stuff. Oh, I'm going to make some upset people in these comments, I think. All right, direct selling. So this is a little bit like a professionalized version of being a public pest. This is charity mugging. This is people coming up to you being all like, hey, I'm raising money. And you go, oh, cool, start fishing for change. And they go, actually, friend, need your whole bank details. It's
here's what I hate even more than that, and I don't think it would be in there. It's big corporations such as Coles had it today.
To give $1 to hungry kids today. I said no. That's right. Okay, there's a picture of a little hungry boy. Will you just press on his belly?
But you have to choose not to donate.
Would you like to donate to XYZ thing? And it's just like, I'll donate to who I want to donate to.
Yeah.
And actually, Coles, you can donate the billions of dollars of profit that you're making. It makes me so mad when corporations try and like make me donate because I like needed to buy a loaf of bread. Makes me so mad. Yeah, well, the charity muggers.
Sadly, I don't have that one, but yeah, these are people that you like when you walk up to them, or they come up to you and they use their training. They've been trained. Hey, this is what you say to people to get them talking. Again, praise on people being too polite just to say "get fucked, idiot," and stopping there awkwardly, and then you're trapped in like the worst dialogue tree from the fucking Elder Scrolls you've ever been in.
Makes me so mad. It's like I'm gonna pick what charities I choose to support.
I'm gonna just put it. I can't say it's doing much harm. It's mostly harmless, but it's definitely up there with these annoying things.
It's definitely wasting those charities' money because they're not doing that for free.
Exactly. They're going to if you do that, I hate you. I hate you so much. Like, honestly.
I hate them.
Get a different job. Okay.
Can't be friends.
Compulsive shopping. So this is just a pretty modern habit. This is where you just can't not click through ads. Oh, it's Black Friday. Buy.
It's a long-term bother for a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's pretty,
But it's a choice you can make.
Yeah. It's definitely not cool. Oh, no, it can be a bit cool. Shopping it's kind of cool. You get new stuff.
It's not cool when you're doing it compulsively and you can't stop yourself.
It is a bit of it's a bit of I guess this because it's on this list. It's a problematic version of it. But I mean, we all do it. I'm these big percentages you sometimes see. It's hard to say no. Compulsive shopping, very seasonal. It is the season right now. So. All right, vaping. This is like our smoking quadrilogy. We're going to sort of see where vaping fits in. Is vaping shitter than smoking cigars?
No, it doesn't smell as bad.
But is it more annoying?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's probably live and let live. A little bit risky, apparently. I don't know. I haven't done haven't done all my research, but I think it's a bit dangerous still. Not as bad as cigarettes, I don't think.
No, I think it's just as bad as cigarettes.
Really? Okay. Well, that would mean it's like a long-term bother. But it's pretty like live and let live. All right, well, there we go.
And the amount of nicotine in it is like insane to people.
Yeah, because they're not super regulated, are they? Anyway, smoking weed. So the jury's still out. Apparently, it's not as super crazy harmless as everyone used to sort of say it was. I was going to say it's cool, but then you think how annoying are weed people? Like, people who are just like,
it's
weed.
It's less harmful than drinking.
Yeah.
So it has to go under the getting drunk, I think.
I say it's probably around like just a live and let live. It's mostly harmless, but not entirely. It'd be sitting right on top of strip clubs.
I mean,
actually.
it is illegal where we are. So.
Yeah. Stripper just does not want to stay up that pole. Alrighty. So yeah, smoking weed. It's. I don't have any strong feelings about it one way or another. I think it probably causes less societal problems than people getting drunk. You know, no one's ever got their head kicked in at a pub because they smoked weed. Anyway, iPad babysitting. Oh, a modern problem. You know, especially if you're doing this now, you should know better. I think 10 years ago when iPads came out, people were a bit like, this is great. They're playing educational games. This is helping their brain. We all know now this is bad for our kids, and it's just whether you choose how much bad you want your kids to have. So what do you reckon?
I think it's probably...
I think it's pretty sad, and I think it's a bit risky.
Yeah, it probably goes there.
Yeah.
But how many hours are we talking here?
I'm talking those iPad kids that are like, and you know what? They're the ones that you can't even be on your phone around them without them trying to be over your shoulder on your, you know, where they're just obsessed with the screen now. Like, because I think that's the risk. It's a bit risky because it makes kids like that, and if that happens, it's a bit sad. So that's where I'm putting it. Making a bit of a captain's call on that one, maybe, unless you have a real different opinion.
I don't really have an opinion on it at all, to be honest. But
Yeah.
sometimes I think people just do what they got to do to get through the day.
I know, but I think now that would have been. I think that's how we got here, though, because it's like 10 years ago when iPads came out, people were just like, "Oh, that seems to work."
I found them to be more annoying than anything else because, like, we did buy our children iPads,
And they're up there
which
with
was
the fucking games all the
the
time.
only reason that we bought them is because they had an incident where they looked at someone else's screen and was exposed to something pretty bad.
Yeah.
Not porn, but
No,
a
like
violent
scary video. Yeah, and they were little.
So we were like, let's get our own, because we'd resisted. Let's get our own and make the rule that they only are allowed to see their own screen.
Yeah.
But every single app is shit. So probably they had it for maybe 9 months, and then we got rid of them and got the switches
Eternally,
instead.
like, we want to buy some more fake currency to do this bullshit thing.
The games are so bad.
And even now, our kids are like teenagers, and they're still not allowed to go on their screens like after school. So it is all about how you regulate. So what I'm saying is more the babysitting aspect of it, where you just don't regulate it at all, let them have at it with a thing. But yeah, we've had our own. Okay, prostitution.
Oh, it depends.
Either being or seeing a prostitute. I think it's a bit risky. Sadly, it's a bit risky. But I also think live and let live.
I agree if it's done in like an ethical way, but I think there's lots of times it's not. And in that case, it's probably more quite dangerous. But it depends.
Yeah, it's caveat, like, isn't it? It's like, because you should just be able to do it. Like,
if it's a person who is making that choice for themselves, perfectly happy with their life, want to do that, making good money,
likes
and
having
is safe,
sex, yeah.
Then to me that's probably cool, mostly harmless.
Yeah.
But it's not generally like that a lot of the time.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's a bit of a long-term bother then, maybe. Even just getting to the bottom of it's a long-term bother. How do we fix this prostitution? What a bother it is. So, yeah, okay. There we go. Because it doesn't really cause many people annoyance unless you
don't use that term anymore either.
What's that?
Should have put sex work.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, sex workers. Watching porn.
Mostly harmless, cool.
Well, the debate...
But again, same as this.
Yeah, this is probably...
Depends on how it's being made.
I love that little picture there with the whitest couple ever. Ooh, porn! Ooh.
I don't think they watch
it. I've seen a porn.
Is it not meant to be a horror movie?
No, that was the stock image of watching porn. That was it. Alrighty. So, apparently it's a little bit of risk because it makes people's wiring a bit fucked, but I think it's kind of cool too. Like, I like
kind of
porn.
Depends on the age as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think porn, like...
Adults watching porn is fine.
I think porn's cool. Well, I think it's great, but...
Source some ethically produced porn.
Exactly. Yeah, go on OnlyFans and get a girl that's making all of her own money. Support her. Or him. I don't care. Okay, doom scrolling. Another modern problem from our Modern Problems series. People just being on their phone just by habit. You can't put it down.
It's sad.
It's a bit sad, and I think it's becoming a bit of a long-term bother. I think people's brains are getting affected by it in a way that's probably, causing us some societal pain right now. So I think in general, it's doing a little bit too much rewiring. It's a bit sad, causing a bit of a long-term bother. That sounds fair to me, don't you think? Yep. Cigarettes. Ciggies.
Bit sad, quite dangerous. Potentially catastrophic.
Well, you know
if you don't stop.
Yeah, being addicted to cigarettes is it's definitely quite dangerous. Still get the stories. My nan smoked all her life and she's fine. Nothing ever happened to her. But yeah, it's definitely at least here. And it is a bit sad too now, I think, because it's so expensive. If someone smokes cigarettes still...
And it stinks when you're in public.
That's true. So it does cause that extra level of annoyance, doesn't it?
Because, like, really vaping should be along with that.
But it doesn't smell, vaping. It doesn't cause a smell to everyone else. I don't know. And I still think vaping's probably cleaner than smoking actual cigarettes before.
I don't think it is.
Well, we'll have to consult the minds of the day for that. I haven't done enough research. Okay, getting into bar fights.
Annoying as fuck.
Bit sad, quite dangerous.
Quite dangerous. People die.
Yeah. That's the picture, by the way. That was the stock image of bar fight. Look at that nerd about to get his head kicked in by the tough guy with a moustache. Very cool. All right. So it's quite dangerous and it is a bit sad. People that just go out, hang around right till the pub's shut, just to sort of mill around and be a public nuisance, be a public pest as well. There's all sorts of those shades in there too. All right. Addicted to video games. Game addiction. It's a bit sad.
Can they go to work?
Well, it's like all they do kind of thing. It's a bit sad. It's a long-term bother. Yeah, probably around there with doom scrolling, isn't it, really?
I love that South Park.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he? Game addiction there. Cyberbullying. Getting you and your mates together and terrorizing someone else, probably from your school online.
I think it's quite dangerous.
It's quite dangerous indeed. And it is annoying as fuck till, all the parents are trying to figure out how to sort it out so we get laws passed. And if you could all just stop doing that, we wouldn't have to worry about all this shit. We've just got some cyber laws passed in Australia this week about banning kids from social media. And, I'm pretty okay with that. I think for these doom scroll reasons, I think that's bad. But, it's basically because of, all these little groups of fuckhead kids tormenting, one kid, making him fucking kill himself or something. So get fucked. Stop doing that. And that's why, it stops laws from being made. Here's a nice light one. Not washing your hands.
Bit risky.
Bit risky, you reckon? Yeah? Live and let live, though. Who cares? It's not going to cause anyone else any problems. Not really.
You can.
Yeah, but it's going to give you gut rot rather than, everyone else.
Yeah, sure.
Not washing your hands is probably about as bad overall for yourself and society as getting drunk. Shoplifting. I think if you steal from Woolies and Coles, then it is cool.
I agree.
Fuck those companies. You big box companies, fuck them. Need a little bit of justice coming to them. And sometimes it's vigilante justice. So you know what? Maybe it was carrots that you scanned through. Maybe it wasn't caviar. I think it's pretty cool, mostly harmless. Get fucked. You know what?
Don't get caught.
Don't get caught because unless you're stealing from a mum and pop business that's not insured up the ass like Coles and Woolies is with loss prevention and stuff, I say get fucked.
Well, particularly if you're buying things you need. If you're stealing things you need. If you're stealing things you want, then in a way you're a dick.
It's Winona Ryder in the picture there.
Poor Winona.
I feel bad for the picture because she's lovely, but making porn.
Harmless and cool. Go for it.
I think so too, unless you're still in one of those old-fashioned sites, which surely not anymore. Where you get sleazy old Ron Jeremy.
Well, in that case, it's very risky.
I would say it's a little bit risky and live and let live because I think as cool as it is, I think it's cool too. It's also a bit it can have unforeseen consequences. I think having you out there on a porn and truly. I think AI is going to put all these poor people out of business pretty soon anyway. You just be able to write and it prompts what you want to see. And the AI will just make it for you. And sadly, humans might be, maybe taken out of it altogether eventually. So I think it's a bit about here. Okay? Having an affair.
It can be catastrophic for your life, but you're not going to die.
No. I think kind of live and let live, a bit risky again. A lot of these things are. Because, people are going to do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
It's maybe a bit sad. Maybe it's really annoying. I don't know. Is it annoying as fuck? It causes great,
It's probably annoying for the person who's being cheated.
It probably causes great it probably goes a bit higher. It's annoying.
It's probably there.
Yeah, because it's causing great annoyance for everyone who's involved, but not really wide-reaching annoyance. But it's, pretty bad. It's causing a long-term bother. It's going to cause... You're going to get caught. I don't think you can have an affair
No.
these days without getting caught. like just because of how everything works, like the way that the world is built. So I think if you are having an affair, you are going to get caught, you're going to fuck up, and the results are going to be at least a long-term bother for you. So there we go. I think that fits pretty comfortably there.
Yeah.
Having a shit diet, just eating shit, not caring what you eat for your whole life.
What do you mean?
Guys, I'm eating junk and watching rubbish. You better come out and stop me.
Large, super sugary frappe, long-term bother, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, because food is awesome. It's nice. And it doesn't really cause anyone any issues, but it's going to cause yourself some long-term bother. There we go. Yep. Seems right to me. See, I think we're going to cover this whole board eventually. Like, alrighty. Meth.
Oh, catastrophic.
Meth, catastrophic, annoying as fuck. Is there anyone more annoying than a meth person?
No.
For all the meth that you've ever seen, all the meth that's apparently getting used, never met anyone who'll fucking admit to being a meth head, even though they're fucking... Alright, catastrophic and annoying as fuck. Meth is the most annoying drug in Australia at the moment. It is just, it makes you steal your fucking nana's, safe keys and steal your nana's jewelry, and it just makes you incredibly annoying to be around, causes you to have mental illnesses, which make you annoying for the health system to deal with. Get fucked. Stop doing meth. Just have a word with yourself. White collar crime.
So it's that easy. Just stop doing it.
Stop doing it. Have a word with yourself. Get some help. White collar crime.
Kind of cool.
I think it's less cool than shoplifting. Shoplifting is the coolest stealing because it's literally Robin Hood these days. So white collar crime, I don't know. It's a bit risky because you're probably going to do.
You'll go to jail.
Yeah,
you will get caught.
You will get caught because again, it's a bit like having an affair. Everything's interconnected. Yeah, I think it's a bit risky, but also live and let live. Some big insurance company is going to be losing some money.
But you will ruin your life.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, so we called you a long-term bother, but also live and let live, whatever. If you want to...
ruin your life, go for it.
Yeah, exactly. They will get you, though, because there's a lot of money dedicated to that. Party drugs. This is like your ecstasies, your cocaines, that sort of stuff. See, I think these are less catastrophic. They're still quite dangerous.
Oh yeah, true. Quite dangerous.
But also sort of a bit sad, yeah.
They're not as annoying because they're generally all together.
Yeah.
So they'll go somewhere to be with other people on drugs.
And then they'll come down off the drugs and be fun. Whereas meth people are just meth people all the time, and they're just the worst. All right, okay. Bit sad, quite dangerous. Yep. Burnouts.
Oh.
Burnouts.
I hate it when you drive and you see the burnouts.
I hate when you hear one and you're compelled to just go out and that's exactly what they want. Again, it's people who want attention, but without actually doing anything of value once they get it. Look at me and listen to me with my car. Rum, 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 rum. All right, now what? I'm gone. See ya. Cool, man. Get fucked, idiot. You're annoying as fuck. No, actually, yeah, it's a bit sad. You know what? It's annoying as fuck, and it's a bit sad, and it's also a bit risky. So you're worse than people who spit, you burnout people. Gambling, just this is normal gambling, going to the casino, gambling on poker. I'm saying this to the point where it's a problem. I think gambling can be pretty catastrophic, quite dangerous, like to your quality of life. It's also very sad too. No,
yeah, it is sad.
I think it's sad, like gambling. For those people who go and you see them just lost like hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's like, oh, I feel bad for them. It makes me feel sad that it's happening. Like it's such a, if I could, yeah. There's a lot of things I'd just get rid of. Human vices, gambling would definitely be one of them because it's just like not done anyone any good, really. I don't even play the lottery though, so maybe I'm a bit too much of a nerd about this stuff. I'm too straight edge with gambling. Last one, being a shit landlord. So this is like the whole...
Annoying as fuck.
Yeah. It's causing a long-term bother as well. I just don't think we should commodify housing. I know that not everyone can own their own house because people move and stuff and you don't want to be constantly buying and selling houses. There is a space for rent. But if you're a landlord that's like, as soon as you possibly can, you put the rent up on all of your your clients.
Fix the stuff in the
don't
house.
Fix the things in the building. Fucking, yeah, kick people out as soon as you possibly can to get new people in. Uppercut yourself. You are the problem with society. So that is something that I'm going to put. It's annoying as fuck. It's a long-term bother. It is eroding society. People treating what should be... Oh, I forgot where bar fights was, but that looks about right. Long-term problem. Commodifying something that should almost be a human right. And I don't think you should get anything for free, but also, It shouldn't be like someone making money off your needing a roof. Like, not as much. You shouldn't be able to be a professional landlord. That's skeezy as, I think, anyway.
I agree.
So there we go. Every human fault neatly arranged on a thought board. So what do you all think? Have we completely mischaracterized? If you want to go into punt for big business and say that shoplifting is catastrophic, or if you want to go in for the landlords and say it's, you know, cool and harmless,
let me know in the comments below.
How many people we offended on this video?
Everyone. I think we fucking got them all. Like, they're all dead, Jim. Anyway, I think I even do a few of these things, so I'm open to it. You know, it happens. You know, we do it. You scam old people from time to time.
All the time.
Go for a bit of a punt, you know. Cool. I think we're good. I think I'm happy. Do you look at that? Do you need to move anything, do you think? I think still I'm happy with my annoying as fuck ones. These 4 people, no, these 5 people, 6 people, oh my God.
You couldn't be friends. Although you're friends with me and I micro tuner at work.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I didn't know you did that.
Well, it's tuna mornay. It comes in the thing and you put it in the thing.
Well, you're saying it's the company's fault. Nah. That's a bad thing to do, and you should stop doing it.
When are you supposed to? I'll do it at home then.
No, you just shouldn't get that dish. Like,
so you can never eat tuna mornay.
Yeah. No. So yeah, being a public pest, going up to people in public in any way when they clearly don't want you to, uppercut yourself, spitting, fuck your own face, playing music on a loudspeaker. Yeah, those are terrible. These are like gonna kill you. So don't do meth, don't prescription drugs. Gambling, don't ruin your life. Party drugs, be careful. And cyberbullying, drink driving, you know, yeah, these things are the fucking absolute do nots. All this shit here, yeah, you know, stuff's going to happen. I actually did have extreme sports. I didn't make the card. I think extreme sports, that was would be a really good example of one that's cool, but also catastrophic. Or quite dangerous at least. Like, you know, free climbing and stuff. Like, danger potential, but also awesome. So I was hoping I would have one there, but I don't. But that would be their extreme sports. Anyway, I think that's the video. 38 minutes. If you stuck with us all the way, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.